Alright, so we're making a heck of a mess. There's actually more ash trees in there than I thought. I don't Well, I don't know exactly how many trees we did take down. We got this pile of logs here, which that one I might stick on the sawmill. That one's kind of a nice ash. Other than that, it's just firewood. It was all dying. He's piling up the brush over there. We've got, there's a little ash there. There's a little one right there on this side of that bigger cherry tree. There's a apple tree that's nothing left of. It's been dead forever. And there's two more ash right here. When I first got started, I was piling all the brush right here in front. So he's gonna clean all this up, get it out there at least. And then we wanna get these other ash trees down for firewood for this winter, for this next season. He piled a bunch of logs up over here. I'll walk over here. We ended up taking two cherries down. I think they were still alive this last summer, but the bark was all coming off the bottom of them down by the stump, so they weren't going to live much longer anyways. I don't think they're straight enough, but I don't think they're really big enough to put on the sawmill and make anything out of. But so we got those ones down, and yeah, there's a ash out there in the field. I gotta trim some of the stuff off once he re-grabs it. I'll trim that up. There's a little tiny bit of firewood on that, but it all burns, so I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna do with these piles of brush yet. I'm thinking we'll once we get this cleared out, we're gonna pull them up here in this area here and burn it. But I don't know, you gotta have the right weather to burn. There was no wind this morning, but now it's windy bad here again. And the wind, if there's sparks, would all be blowing right in the trees. So we don't have a good spot to burn. We have wind that just carries on constantly. He's thinking, the kid running the excavator, he's thinking he'd like to put a house in here. So we want to get it cleared back a little ways. We don't want to kill too much of the woods, but it was just all brush and the dead ash here, and there's really not much here. So right where that backhoe's sitting wouldn't be too bad a spot for a house, mainly because that's to the east. And if you did the right porch on the front of the house would have a heck of a nice view. So swinging around, that's southeast. That's his shop right there where he works on the tractors and stuff. That's to the south. And then that's getting around to the west. It doesn't look like much on the camera probably, but that ends up being a huge hill. They're up where those trees are, way off in the distance. There's a farm up there on the other road, but that's way up on top of a hill. I gotta get out of the way. But with the electric lines right there, if you get up in there, you know, a little ways off in the road that's behind us here, it would be really a nice spot for a house. So we'll get it cleared up and let it sit for a while, and maybe bring the camper up and set it here and wake up in the morning a couple times and see exactly where the sun comes up to see how you'd want to position things. It's a lot of planning to start from scratch. I think he's got a stump in there too. Must have. Yep. Only a little bit more to go and we'll be able to knock these other trees down and touch it on the stump and you can see the wood on it. Yeah, I don't know. All right, well, we got a lot done, a lot more done than I ever expected. So you can see that it's really, it goes fast with an excavator and a backhoe, and walking around with a chainsaw is the worst part. But we're gonna pressure wash the excavator because it's got enough mud in the tracks that it'll freeze up, so we need to get that out of there. And it's getting dark. Gonna be dark here in the next hour. I don't even know if it'll be an hour, but we got a lot of firewood logs. I actually got like I said, a nice ash log in there. I think I got a plan in the back of my head for that. We'll get that on the sawmill and get that cut up the next warm day we have. So there's some scrap cherry there. I don't think that's never gonna be a log tree. So some of it there's still more to come down here, but that was a heck of a good start. And as I went up through there with the excavator this morning, I said, we need to work on that someday, and today ended up being the day. Thanks for watching.